Good day. Welcome to another series of Chemistry Just Got Easier with DR Tutors. Today we are going to be considering a last example on balancing redox reaction in acidic medium. Let's try to see the question we have on the board. We have write a balanced equation for the reaction below in acidic medium. We have CR3 plus BRO minus to give CrO42 minus plus Br. Now, you will remember in the previous class we said that if you are balancing an equation in acidic medium, you have to actually identify the reaction undergoing reduction and reaction undergoing oxidation. You have to write the half reaction. So you have CR3 plus changing to CrO42 minus. CR3 plus originally has no oxygen, now oxygen has been added. We can see that this is oxidation. Because oxidation is the addition of oxygen to a substance. Now we have BRO minus changing to Br. We can see that oxygen has been removed. We can say this is reduction. Now we have written the two half reactions and we have identified the reduction and oxidation. Then we have to balance the half reaction. So we have CR3 plus to give CrO42 minus. Now here we don't have oxygen and we have oxygen here. What you simply do is you add water to the side that needs oxygen. So here we have 4 atoms of oxygen. And so here we are going to have plus 4H2O. Okay? Now we have plus 4H2O. We can see now oxygen rather is 4. But here we have 4 times 2, 8 hydrogen atoms. We have to balance up the hydrogen atom on the right. How do we do that? We do that by adding what? By adding hydrogen ions. So 4 times 2, that's 8. Plus 8H plus. Now looking at this, we have 1 atom of chromium, 8 atoms of hydrogen, and 4 atoms of oxygen. Here we have 1 atom of chromium, 4 atoms of oxygen, and 8 atoms of hydrogen. So our atoms are balanced. Now the next thing is to check if the charges are balanced on both sides. Here we have plus 3, and here we have plus 0. Here we have negative 2 plus 8. Now plus 3 plus 0 gives you plus 3. Minus 2 plus 8 give you positive 6. So we have to balance up the charges. And what do you do to do that? You add electrons to the side with more charge. So you have CR3 plus 4H2O to give CrO42 minus plus 8H plus. Now the difference between 6 and 3 is 3. So it means that we have 3 electrons to the side. Okay. Now adding 3 electrons, let's try to see if the charges are balanced on both sides. Here we have plus 3. Here we have plus 3 plus 0. That is equals to plus 3. Here we have negative 2 plus 8 minus 3. Negative 2 plus 8 gives plus 6. Plus 6 minus 3 gives plus 3. So we have plus 3. The charges are balanced. Now we move on to the second half reaction. Now the second half reaction, we have BRO minus to give Br. Now the bromium is balanced. We need oxygen to be balanced. We had water to the side, just 1 atom of water. Now add 1 atom of water to the side. Oxygen is balanced, bromium is balanced, but hydrogen is not balanced. So we had, how many atoms of hydrogen do we have? We have 2. So we had 2 hydrogen ions to the side. Now when we had 2 hydrogen ions to the side, we can see all the atoms are balanced, but the charges, let's try to see out the charges. Now here we have, when you see minus 8 means minus 1. Now your originally hydrogen ion has plus 1, but it has a coefficient of 2. That is plus 1 times 2. That is plus 2, which gives the charge to plus 1. Now bromium here is 0, water here is 0. So you have plus 1 and you have 0. Remember, you had electrons to the side with more charge. So you have BRO minus plus 2H plus 1 electron to give Br plus H2O. Now let's see this. Now you have minus 1 plus 2 plus 1. This gives minus 1 plus 2. That is plus 1. Minus 1. Okay, let's see. here is plus 1, yeah. Minus 1 plus 2, that gives you plus 1. Plus 1 minus 1, sorry. Plus 1 minus 1, that gives you 0. So it shows that our charges are balanced. Now, we have to compare the two half reactions. So comparing the two half reactions, in order to make our work much neater, I'm going to bring this down. I have C half 3 plus 4H2O to give CrO42 minus plus 8H plus 3 electrons. And here I have BrO minus plus 2H plus 1 electron to give Br plus H2O. Now, here I have 1 electron, here I have 3 electrons. So I have to make the number of electrons to be equal. And how do I do that? That is, I'm going to multiply here by 3, the whole equation here by 3, and here just by 1. So it's still the same. So bringing this down again, I have Cr3 plus 4H2O to give CrO42 minus plus 8H plus 3 electrons. So here, and I have so 3 multiplied 3 BrO minus 3 times 2, 6H plus 3 electrons to give 3 Br, 3 times H2, 3H2O. Now 3 electrons minus 3 electrons, that cancel out. Now let's combine the two half reactions. So we have Cr3 plus 3 BrO minus. Now here we have 4H2O, and here we have 3H2O. 4 minus 3 gives 1. That is plus H2O to give CrO42 minus plus 3Br plus, now 8H plus minus 6H plus, that gives 2H plus. Now, before we actually end, let's try to see if the charges are balanced on both sides. Now, here we have on the left, and here we have on the right. Now, on the left, we have plus 3, we have minus 3, because 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. So, plus 3 minus 3 gives 0. Here is 2 minus. Now on the right, we have minus 2 plus 2, because 3B have no charge, it's a neutral atom, and you have 2H plus, so minus 2 plus 2, that gives 0. So our charges are balanced, which shows that our equation is balanced and correct. Thank you for listening. Book DR Tutors for your personalized online chemistry, mathematics and biology classes at an affordable price. Follow DR Tutors for daily chemistry and mathematics content. Follow, like, and share. Bye. See you next time.